Good afternoon, 6-4 parents. Mr. Hagedorn here with our weekly update. Couple quick announcements. We do have school on Monday. I know traditional is out for President's Day, but we have school on Monday. We should be here. Tuesday, the kids will have a cultural arts presentation at electives. Doesn't really affect the parents, but just wanted to give you a heads up. During electives on Tuesday, they'll be going to see a cultural arts performance. For our math update, in Math 6 next week, we're going to continue to talk about dividing fractions. On either Thursday or Friday, we will have our Unit 4 quiz number 2 about dividing fractions. We'll have a study guide due as well next week. Math 6 Plus, we're going to continue to talk about determining if something is a proportional relationship or if it's not proportional. And if it is proportional, how we can write an equation to represent that relationship. All right, we'll have a quiz coming up, not next week, but the following week on that. All right, have a great week, and we'll see you on Monday.
Hello, hello, and happy Friday, owls. All right, so we are still in Flush, and we're talking about Carl Hiaasen's point of view as well. Students will be reading chapter 10 over the weekend and doing the final homework questions for that. So their homework question sheet is due on Monday. They will have a chapter check on Tuesday from chapters 9 through 12. So Monday night, they'll be reading 11 and 12. So they could get a head start on that this weekend and read through that. The audio is also posted in the stream. Tuesday, they'll have a chapter check on chapters 15 and 16. And then on Monday, students will get a new homework question sheet that will start with chapter 11 and go through the end of the book. And that's where we are. Have a great, great weekend.
All right, Owls, science update. This week on Wednesday, your student with either a partner or by themselves drew a card for me with a famous landform on there. Anything from Mount Fuji to Great Rift Valley to the Mid-Ocean Ridge in the Atlantic to even like San Andreas Fault. And then they spent the last 3 days building a project all about that particular landform, what plates made that landform, and all things about that. So on Monday, we're going to go through the process of doing a self-assessment, then having a peer assess their work, and then wrapped up by me assessing their work. So we're going to have a trifecta of assessments on Monday. Then on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be moving into checking out volcanoes, earthquakes, what makes them special, what makes them unique. We're going to be focusing on just those two things for the next 3 days. And then on Friday, we're going to wrap up the week with Mr. Martin doing guidance in science. Hope you have a great weekend. Looks like the cold weather is setting again for weekend number 2 in a row.
Tired of rain. Okay, let's talk social studies very quickly. We are just about finished with our unit on politics. So today we were talking about Ashoka and Emperor Qin and a little bit about ancient China and ancient India. We're basically done with that. We also introduced the Roman Republic. You can see over in our exit ticket in class today, we were talking about the Roman patrician versus the plebeian, a little bit about how those were different and the power structure there in the Roman Republic. On Monday, we're going to continue a little bit with Rome. We're going to talk about Justinian's code as well, and then we'll be done with politics. That means that probably Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, we'll start our unit on economics, and we'll be talking about kind of the history of economics. We'll be talking about barter systems and how people get things, what happens if things are scarce, what happens if they're abundant, those kinds of conversations in our unit on economics. So if you have any questions or concerns, please let us know. If not, have a lovely, lovely weekend, and we'll see you next week.